Hey, how y'all doing? This is your girl Tashi, and I'm back with another Lost in the Pond. Lost in the Pond. So this one is 6 American things I can no longer live without. Oh, all right, let's get straight to it.
Starving. Hello, I'm Lawrence and I'm on a quest to uncover all of the memos that Britain and America lost in the pond, and one of those memos pertains to things and stuff, specifically American things and stuff that I can no longer live without. Those of you who've been subscribed to this channel for the last few months will know that I've already done 2 videos with this title, and that unlike the Gremlins franchise, this one gets a part 3. Conversely, if you haven't subscribed to this channel yet, do that now. In the meantime, you know the drill. I'm going to walk you through 6 American things that have become so ingrained in my life, they are my life. Today, I did something that I haven't done since 1998, and that is look at my calendar. And I was surprised to see that it's been 2 years this week since I, Lawrence Brown, became a United States citizen. And I'm here to tell you today that I can no longer...
I don't know why his videos always make me laugh.
to live without that very citizenship. And you might be thinking, Lawrence, you lived in America for 14 years without being a citizen. What are you talking about? Well,
yeah,
there's a certain truth to the notion that once you pass certain milestones in life, whatever it might be, there's no going back from that. The day I got it in a mass ceremony here in Chicago, I felt proud to be an American, just like I did when I watched the film Air Force One for the first time. And I still feel that. There's a massive difference, I think, in the psychological feeling that you carry around with you between when you're merely a resident and when you're a citizen. As soon as you become a citizen, you feel like you 100% belong to this country instead of 95%, which is how I felt before. But on top of that, you have all manner of new things that you can do. Number 1, I don't have to go into a separate queue at the airport to my American wife. Number 2, I can now legally vote on US elections. Number 3, I can do jury duty, which inevitably will happen now that I've announced that to thousands of people.
Yeah, I don't know about that one. I could do without that. Ugh.
And number 4, it's legally much harder for me to be kicked out of the country, which, if you've seen my early videos, is a remote possibility.
Peanut butter and jelly sandwiches are terrible.
Recently, some of you have commented, "Ooh, Lawrence, you are wearing snazzy shirts these days." And you're wrong. I am wearing one snazzy new shirt that Tara bought for me because I happen to say that I sort of like the look that fellow YouTube sensation Evan...
Oh, okay. I follow him too on YouTube. I enjoy watching his videos also.
Edingo was going for in our collab video. Basically, I think she thinks that I want to be more like him, but now that I've put it on, I really like it. I'm sold. I'm a convert to the American plaid shirt. Now, you might be thinking, plaid isn't uniquely American.
I just love his sense of humor.
In fact, plaid originated in Scotland. I know that, but I'm not wearing a kilt today. I'm wearing a plaid shirt, which to me is very synonymous with American autumn and the grunge movement. What I'm saying is, I am Kurt Cobain with just the wrong accent and hair and musical ability. The only problem with this shirt is that it's from the discount rack, and I don't usually have an issue with that, but I do take issue when it's ripped on both elbows. I see this as an excuse to get more of these and ask you, is it permissible to wear these in the winter as well as the autumn? Because as we know, winter is fast approaching, which brings us on to this.
Oh no.
When British people, like me, move to the United States and they experience for the first time an American Christmas, they find it hard to accept the fact that many of the British Christmas traditions don't exist here. I'm talking about pulling crackers, wearing stupid paper hats, eating Christmas pudding, eating mince pies, and slightly overdoing it on the advert car. And because of this, while you're celebrating Christmas with your American family or friends, it can almost feel like there's something big missing. But the longer that I've lived here, the more I start getting excited about the countdown to Christmas, because I think over time you do something enough and with the right attitude, you suddenly start embracing it for the things that it does do rather than the things it doesn't. So for instance, I love the night before Christmas where we go driving around to look at all of the really excessive Christmas lights, because it's just not something we tend to see in Britain on this level. When I lived in Britain, it was very novel to receive news reports or videos from the United States of, "Oh, look at what this wacky family did in Wisconsin.
That's nice,
they
though.
put up so many lights that they accidentally set their house on fire. And America might not do mince.
I mean, that could happen though. There's a community somewhere here in Brooklyn where, you know, everybody in the neighborhood decorate their houses with Christmas, decorations. And it looked so good. Oh my God. There was one particular house that I saw on YouTube though, not in person, but I saw it on YouTube. And they had so many lights. And the first thing I'm thinking about is their light bill. I'm like, their light bill gotta be high. That's too many lights. And not even that, you gotta be careful with, your house setting on fire, because them lights, I don't know how long they keep their lights on, but anything could happen, anything could happen. I don't know, I'd be so scared, but they're so cute to look at,
Pies, but as I pointed out in the Thanksgiving video, it does many other pies. Plus, you can get mince pies from World Market, so we are taken care of in that respect. Furthermore, there's a different selection of Christmas songs here to be utterly annoyed
Lots
by.
of Christmas
and I'm not going to
songs.
list those off now because I did that in a video last year. Check it out. The point is Christmas here, along with the holiday season in general, which includes Thanksgiving, Halloween, Labor Day, I mean, these are my parameters. It's just an altogether different experience to what I had in Britain. And it's like bacon. I love the British version and I love the American version. And I believe I can live without neither. So why should you? But anyway, speaking of food,
Why
cue
do
up
I
the
like,
next end.
I don't know why, but I like Canadian bacon. Like, I don't really eat bacon. Like I don't eat bacon like that, but like something about their bacon, it just tastes so good. Like, what's it called? The maple? I think it's called maple bacon. Oh my God, so delicious, so delicious.
Entree, or should that be entree? I have a bit of a problem here. I can't stop
I don't
eating
eat that.
string cheese. It's just become a big thing. And
I'm American and I don't eat that. I don't care for that.
addiction, one might say.
And I don't really know
in
nobody
recent weeks. 'Cause the
personally
thing
that
is,
eats
they're
that.
such an easy snack. Now, string cheese,
cheese?
especially in the
Just eating
mozzarella
cheese by
variety, can
itself?
be found in other countries. They just don't usually look like a hot dog covered in cream. And that's what we have here in America, because these things, they almost look like cheese sticks that are very common here in the Midwest, just without the crumbs around it. And so, in a way, I convinced myself, because it's not fried like a cheese stick, that it's healthy for me and that I could just eat 100 of these every day. I don't eat 100. Don't get carried away. It's more like 50. But still, it's too much cheese for anyone to have, and I am very concerned that I may end up turning into a big piece of stretchy cheese myself.
I don't know anyone that personally sits there and eat that. I mean, we have it, of course, but I never took it upon myself and said, I'm going to buy that just to snack on. Like, just cheese by itself. If I buy cheese, I'm going to buy with some bread or something with it, or make some type of sandwich. But just to sit there and eat cheese is crazy.
If I keep going. But I just can't help it, because that's the thing about the Midwest. It's not just these, it's not just cheese sticks, it's cheese curds, it's cheese balls, it's cheese pizza. So you can't avoid
cheese
it.
pizza.
And I feel like it's better just to give in to cheese. Yeah, I think I need to go and get some exercise.
Yeah.
And when I first moved here, that exercise probably wouldn't have taken place outside at this time of year. And that's not just because my nose hairs used to freeze, it's also because my feet did. I'd just been so used to winters in Britain where you could more or less get away with wearing tennis shoes unless it was icy out, and a good pair of socks, and you'd be all right. So that instinct kicked in for the first few years of living in the US, until I realized that everybody else was wearing winter hiking boots. Now, we have hiking boots in Britain, but the thing is, we usually wear them to go hiking. After all, we are a nation of hikers. But in America, you might do that, but you might also put them on to go for a leisurely stroll down the street with your dog who's trying to destroy your gloves. And to that
My
extent,
gosh.
they have become a crucial piece of footwear while living in the Midwest. Because with these, your feet stay absolutely warm. Whether you're wearing thick socks, thin socks, or no socks, as I did on one occasion, Took me 2 hours to clean out the smell. The point is, so long as you've got the right winter clothes, what are you doing? So long as you've got the right winter clothes, you can just about get through a Midwestern winter. I just wish that somebody had told me that before I spent a whole season scraping ice off.
It's so crazy. Here in New York, we haven't had any snow yet. Maybe upstate New York, but I'm talking about, like, you know, the city. Like, we haven't had any snow. Even though I don't care for snow. Like, I like snow when I'm in the house, you know what I'm saying? But like to go outside in the snow is not my thing. But we haven't had any snow. Everybody else is getting snow. It's crazy.
My car. And speaking of which, I never have to worry about that now because I have a garage. And not just any garage. But a very American double wide garage. Does that make me sound like I'm out of touch? Those of you who have subscribed to me just after I got my US citizenship will know that I moved into this house at that time. And as somebody who rented for 14 years living in this country, I never got to know the joys of having my own garage. And since I made the first part in this series, I've only gotten to know those joys even more.
That's a good coat. North Face is such a good coat to have, especially in the wintertime.
Because remember when I showed you the mudroom and how it had become a kind of catch-all space for all of the recycling that I'd accrued? My wife wasn't particularly happy with that situation, plus a squirrel had gotten in and left a lot of poo. So she wanted me to get rid of all of the cardboard, except one problem still remained. I had so much of it from all of the stuff that sponsors had sent us and just from generally being a YouTube sensation that it still wouldn't all fit in the recycling bin the first time around. So for now, I've moved it into here and I will definitely be on top of it and get rid of it piece by piece whenever there is space in the recycling. But you'll notice that it's all shoved off to the side so that we have room in the other half of the garage for the car. To reiterate, this wouldn't have been possible in the garage that I grew up with in England because like many British garages or garages, as some British people might say, or garages as Americans might say, there was only room for one car instead of one car and lots of trash. And it's just dawned on me actually that because it's about to be Christmas, the recycling is going to be through the roof. Maybe literally, which would provide easy access for squirrels. Here's what I'll do. I'll pay somebody to take care of it. That makes me sound more out of touch. Sorry. Either way, while I'm taking care of that, go and watch part 1 and I'll see you again.
I mean, I don't see anything wrong with that. Anyway, comment below. Let me know how y'all feel about this. Make sure you subscribe to my channel and I'll see y'all later. Peace.